Hello, hello. Hey, Cuddlefish. Happy Monday. Hope everyone is doing well. So I was just writing the today command. Adam set up more private playtests this week and wants to finish prepping the existing bits of the game for these playtests. Yeah, there's still a decent amount of work to be done on the farming sub game. Okay. Hey, Koi. Hey, LT. All right, let's start with the tenet. Realize I've been calling you method, not LT. Got to change that up every once in a while. All right, what is today? The 22nd? 27th? That's not right. 18th. Okay. It's always a surprise. Okay, so sustainability. What are we looking at here for this? I just got back from vacation last week. I feel a little bit strange about game dev and streaming. Or I felt a little bit strange about game dev and streaming lately. I think part of it is that the bulk of the fun of game dev for me is making game content and mechanics, not polishing. Unfortunately, well, I don't know, like it's kind of a mixed bag and that I get to make many sub games, which means getting to do the fun part repeatedly, but also having to do the unfun parts repeatedly. I don't know for sure that there's a sustainability problem here, or if this is just post vacation or pre play testing. But I want to keep an eye on this. No extra promotion today. No, as long as there's no demotion though. Hey Dark, hey Matt, hey Chili. Hope everyone's weekends were good. Yeah, mine was pretty good. I mostly like vegged out on Saturday, but I did a lot of productive stuff yesterday that needed to be done. I'm still kind of catching up. I want to talk about this a little bit more, but let's move on. Yeah, going great. This is still fine. And grit. Yeah, I think still not too much of an opportunity. Okay. All right. So tenants are mostly looking good. I did want to mention this bit about just kind of the game dev cycle and my mood around it, I suppose. First and prime. Nice. Thank you very much, Matt, for the resub. So I just mentioned this in the tenant write-up that I did, but I've been this farming sub game is taking a bit too long and we're still not done. And I don't like this prospect, but I think it's kind of necessary to finish this. I never cleaned my keyboard, by the way. Kind of necessary to finish this for the playtesters. Yeah. If you think about this new game as being whatever, like 20 sub games, it's like, okay, well, I need 20 ideas, 20 executions, 20 sets of polish. And some of this stuff is fun and some of it's not fun. And I feel like we're on the polish phase and it's not super fun. And part of me wants to just like skip this and save it for later, but that's what leads to launching a game being incredibly unfun. So I'm in kind of this weird state where it's like, I don't really want to do this bit that we have to do with a cutscene here, but we kind of have to do it. So anyway, this is where I guess grit comes in. This is, yeah. In fact, maybe I shouldn't even write it under sustainability. Maybe it should be under grit. Yeah. I think this is exactly why I made grit a tenant. It's for times like this where the path forward isn't the most fun, but still requires the hours. Okay. I think that makes me feel a little bit better. Like this is a trap I've fallen into before. I accounted for this trap, and now I need to accept that this is the reality we're in. And I just hope it's not indicative of something deeper than this. Like, oh, I don't like game dev anymore or something. I don't think it's that, but you never know. So yeah, so we're going to start with merging a PR. Let's go take a look at this. Oh, there are 2 PRs. Ah, yes, this one. I forgot about this one. Moving our editor config up so it affects all files. If we were to add a new project to the root, e.g. tools, we'd have to copy the editor config over. Initially added the insert final new line, but I reverted because we should set this up from writer. And follow-up work, not really required. It would be best if you dumped your current code style settings from here. Can also check the show additional options. If you want to export extra stuff, it'll show all sections of the settings where you made changes. Allow you to export file layout if you pasted some custom templates. Our IDE settings will fight with each other when formatting because we have different code style settings. Okay. I will actually probably save this for later because I want to make sure we're getting to the really important stuff. So I think we'll write this for afternoon, tackle this PR. And all of this stuff that I haven't done, except for reach out to playtesters, should probably be done tonight. There's one more person I've wanted to contact. That will have made a total of 5 playtesters. And I think 5 playtesters is probably a good thing for the first like month of gameplay that we have. I think one of the difficulties with this game is that I need fresh eyes for the beginning parts. If we were making a game like Slay the Spire 2, Slay the Spire 2 has no real surprise element in my mind. Like you could have given someone a build from like month number 1 and said, hey, play this game. And you can give them a build from month number 36 and say, play this game. And the only thing that's going to really change is the polish level, the number of cards, the balance. It's not like, oh my God, I didn't know that was in the game or something like that. That might exist for some of the characters for people who played the first game. But yeah, I guess it's kind of like saying Super Mario 64 or any Mario game, really. Like there's no surprise element. But a horror game does have a surprise element. You can't have someone play test a horror game for the horror factor, at least. At least I don't think you can. Because like once you've seen what's scary or once you've experienced it, it's probably not as scary the second time around. New and shiny is fun. Polishing is often the same again and again. Yeah. Still haven't cleaned the keyboard. No, still haven't. Only cleaned some individual keys. I did do a lot of productive stuff over the weekend. It just wasn't everything on this list. And I did reach out to 2 playtesters. I have a session on Thursday and a session on Friday. And then I want to make another session maybe like Saturday. There won't be a lot of time to change things in between though. Anyway, okay, so merging the farming PR. Let's go take a look at that one because I definitely want to do today. Change the dirt tile used by the code because the terrain brush I used had some extra details on the dirt tile. So the tiles match after using the shovel. Maybe you should use a different one for tilled tile. Nothing fitting on the same atlas. We can copy one tile from the tilled soil. Not sure if it'll work. Okay, I'll need to pull this PR and understand what this is about. Paints some grass. Kind of tells you that the land is old and you can't just plant seeds right away. And the farm scene after the dream, copy pasted the environment and made some changes. Yep, sounds good. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and then one of the things I got to keep in mind is how long does it take to traverse this? So yeah, merge farm PR, see how long it takes to traverse the farm and maybe the town. We can't just assume that every player finds out about running. We can make it more enticing to throw your axe by putting trees in the way. All right, let's go pull this. It's 7. GHPR checkout 7. And before I do this, I don't have any changes, right? Oh God, I have a ton of changes. Oh, for throwing the axe, I never solidified this. Granted, a lot of this is not incredibly important for this. Yeah, I do need to change this stuff. Okay, so let's stash all of this for now. What is code style config here doing? I'm just gonna delete this. It'll probably get recreated at some point. All right, sounds good, Dark. Yeah. So let's table this. How do you do this? Shelf. Wait, what? Why didn't it check everything? Didn't I have everything selected? I think you need to like shift click it to get it to select everything. There we go. So commit message, add the ability to throw your axe. Shelve. And I think I wrote this down in my writer notes. I didn't. No, I didn't. Shelve changes. Yeah, shelve or stash. I think it's better to use shelving things. I just forgot what the difference is. Stashes are generated by Git. Patches with shelve changes are generated by writer and applied through the IDE. Temporarily storing pending changes you haven't committed. This is useful if you want to switch to another task. Oh yeah, I got to write down to unshelve my changes. Unshelve my changes in writer for throwing the axe. Do I still have? No, I don't. I want to have a comment for this or a note for this somewhere. Here. Not linked to VCS, but to the IDE. Temporarily storing pending changes. You haven't committed. Yeah. I mean, there's probably some benefit of doing it this way. I guess that you could apply it multiple times. That's kind of nice. Hey, David Huffman. Okay, so shelving versus stashing. Shelving happens at the IDE level, and you can apply shelve changes multiple times if needed. Yeah. Hey, McNuts. How you doing? Okay, let's pull this PR now. And then let's open the game. And let me find my controller cord. I prefer playing with this corded because there's no delay. This is not something that we need. So we hit play. I will need to cheat my way into the farming game. Ooh, 60 streams, nice. Why am I holding the axe here? Why is that happening? Something's very wrong with that, right? Oh, wait, no, maybe I made it so you could hold the axe and I just never made throwing. I thought it was all part of the same change. Add throwing the axe. Wait, what? What? I did not mean to commit this. Oh my God. 3 days ago, though. Okay, then never mind. I did mean to commit this. I didn't realize I had done any of this. Okay, fine. So then note, I already did some of this on Friday. So I need to figure out what the new changes are for. I didn't look through them closely enough. Hey, Chase. Yeah, I just forgot that I'd done this. Okay, so that's not a bug or anything. That's just me being forgetful. But this, let's change this to farming game, and this will be free play. Doesn't really matter. Another little polish thing that would be nice is make it so that you can either cheat directly from the title screen or that the fade in for the game doesn't take so long on dev builds. Yeah, I think we should just allow cheating from the title screen. Maybe the title screen should be considered a sub game. No, I don't know. Yeah. The title screen should probably have its own cheats that can modify save files or something. All right, what am I doing here? So yeah, I want to go look at the farm. because environment wise, I think everything looked good. So the question is like, are there any issues here? So if we try digging here, we should be able to dig out the fence, right? Yeah. And then what happens with digging terrains? Okay, so yeah, we need to probably make it so you can dig terrain. Because right now you're just digging out an individual tile. Okay, so I got to do that. And yeah, that'll make this look a lot better, I think, if we can do that. We might need different terrains, though. Also, you can pretty easily get stuck here, huh? Yeah, okay, so digging should... Some note that I had somewhere. Where was it? I'm going to take a look at this. There's a function you have to call to use terrains. And where is it? Yeah, set cells terrain connect. That's it. Digging should call this. And watering should call that. And you can move upward such that you're blocked by a fence, but digging won't clear that fence. We should probably shrink the foot collision box. Planning on using Godot for Game Jam next month. Do you have any specific tutorials or info you use when getting hang Godot? Godot's Getting Started guide is really nice. So I recommend reading through all of this section, especially nodes and scenes. I think that's really good. Hang on one sec. Sorry about that. All right. Yeah, so I think this is really good to read through. It's not super long. I mean, each page looks like it might be a little bit long, but some of it's got a lot of pictures. So beyond that, I think it's just like make sure you're looking at the documentation for things. For example, if you're making something in 2D, you'll probably use Sprite 2D. Like looking through here and seeing how this works is pretty good. There are some gotchas. I found that every game engine I've ever used has gotchas. So feel free to ask in Discord and I can share some information that I have. I also made all my notes public on Godot. So anything you find in here might be helpful. Might be worth searching through this. All right, anything else here? Yeah, I want to check. Okay, so let's say we move at 2x speed. How long does it take us to get through the farm? So at 2x, I would say this is not bad. Which probably means that this is... Oh, wait, no, actually, this is smaller than I thought. Okay, this isn't too bad. Yeah. But I still think the 2x speed is going to be probably pretty important. But yeah, this looks really nice. And then it's obvious here that you can go to the town. Well, you would be able to go to the town. Haven't seen you in ages. Okay, skip dialogue. Am I still moving at 2x? I am. All right, so there's quite a lot. I guess it's nice that there isn't too much outside of the farm area. And none of the path is leading there, so players hopefully won't be confused by that or anything. And you could always just dig your way out of here. Well, it's a little bit hard to move through. There we go. All right, nice. Do we have any of the super retro world trees here? I don't recall. I don't think so anymore. Yeah, I think this looks nice. The trees are cohesive now. Okay, so yeah, we just got to figure out the terrain stuff. And this might be a bit of a challenge. So farm zone, I guess it's before the dream. And in here we have terrains. So there's dirt on grass. Is that what's used for this? It might be. So if I just click, I guess here, and click this. Yes, okay, good. So that's fine. But technically any terrain can be used. We I guess always need to be dirt on grass. I think that would be okay. And then we need a watered dirt. We have that terrain somewhere. That's what's going to be tough. I don't know how tricky we're going to have to get with this. Sprites, world, farm, exterior, fence. No. Here, tilled soil and wet soil. So we're just using dirt, but we do need the wet soil one to be in here. I don't think we have that right now. No, we don't, but that's okay. So I can add that in. But how will we swap between them? Maybe it'll just work. Make leaves. All right, well, let's start with this. There's dirt on grass. Let's go figure out how this works. So farm game, we have shovel. And we call shovel tile. And this calls set tile to the dirt tile. We're not going to do this anymore. We're going to do ground layer dot set cell terrain connect. Yeah, here. Update all cells in the cells coordinate array so they use the given terrain for the given terrain set. If an updated cell has the same terrain as one of its neighboring cells, this function tries to join the two. Okay, let's try this. So how does it work? You pass in an array of cells, the terrain set, the terrain, and ignore empty terrains. Terrain set and terrain. I don't know what those are. This, oh, here's a terrain set. Okay, so what do we, is that, I guess 0 is the terrain set? So terrain set is 0. Then the terrain itself is this, dirt on grass, but we somehow need to get that a number. Is it in the tile set? I don't know how you get the terrain. Maybe it's just 0 because it's the first one? I could try it, but that seems weird to me. Terrain number? Terrain set 0, terrain set 1. That's not even terrain set 1. How do you figure this out? And what is path? With all cells in the path coordinates, they use a given terrain to the given terrain set. I don't understand what the difference is between these two things. Hey, Goose, thank you very much. Good morning to you too. We are trying to get digging to look better in the game. And yeah, I'm not totally sure how we do this. So I guess let's start by, can we do this? Yeah, that knows how to do that. All right, let's do this in 0, 0, and then tile layers to dig up calls set cell. Okay, that part's probably fine to do make constants. Let's try this. Let's see what happens. Maybe it just works. Okay, yeah, it does work. That's nice. Yeah, cool. All right, so now we, oh, well, it messes up for that, but that's okay. It's okay if it looks a little bit strange. Yeah, so like that looks a little bit weird. We just don't have an infinite number. Oh, I see. Oh, because there's no dirt set there? Is that why? No, there is dirt. I don't know why that happened. Maybe we need to say that it should happen for... I actually don't know. Part of the reason I don't know is I don't know what you're supposed to fill in for this stuff. Terrain set, I understand. That's this. That's 0. Hey, Kevin. Yeah, Matt did not get first. It was you who got first. Then terrain. What is terrain? I don't understand that. Godot, tile map, layer, terrain. Guide to tile set terrains. I mean, I understand the gist of this. I want to figure it out for the sake of... Maybe it's here. Creating terrain sets. Tile map layer has a tile set. Then there's a terrain set within it. Where's that? Aha, there it is. Okay, so this probably answers what I need to do. There it is. Terrain set 0, terrain 0. Okay, interesting. So there is an ID. I should probably write some notes on this stuff. Write notes on this stuff. For this, what is the difference between the two functions? You get the terrain via Godot tile map layer tile set in the inspector. Terrain sets. And then hover over the, I guess it's the order in terrains. The order of them there dictates the ID. You can probably get the terrain based on a name, though. Yeah, there must be a way to do that, right? I didn't even think of that. Terrain must have like a get. It's part of a tile set. So we need to get the tile set, which is here. And then here we probably have a way to get the terrain, right? Get terrain name. No, we want get terrain ID. There's just get terrain. Oh my God, really? How do you get the terrain from this? All right, take care, Kevin. Have a good meeting day. Weird disconnected tiles are a result of the path brush. You can make a rectangle of grass with terrain brush. They work differently. Okay, I will need to look into this because there is a set terrain path, and maybe that's what I have to use. Weirdly, I don't know how you're supposed to get a terrain number from an ID. Like, there's no way to get all of the terrains at once. Yeah, it's strange. We have get name. I mean, I guess we could get name on all of them. It seems kind of silly. If all you have is a name, I think you would have to read each terrain and then call this. To compare the name that you're looking for. All right, yeah, so what is the difference between these two functions? Where did this go? Tile map layer. What is going on? There, okay, path. Yeah, this. Update all cells in the path coordinates array. So they use the given terrain. Update all cells in the cells coordinate array. If an updated cell is the same terrain as one of the neighboring ones, this function tries to join the two. Function will also connect two successive cells in the path of the same terrain. What is the difference between these two functions? The only difference is this one sentence here and this sentence here. If an updated cell has the same terrain as one of its neighboring cells, this tries to join the two. And it says it connects two successive cells in the path. Okay, so I think this one works with neighbors and this one doesn't. All right, now let's try to understand what Dark said here. Result of the path brush, you can make a rectangle of grass with terrain brush. They work differently. Path brush and terrain brush. Paint. Maybe. Hey, Krasner, thank you. You too. Hope you have an excellent week. Huh. I don't know. Where's the path brush anyway? Godot path brush. Head open the project, double check. You have to erase tiles from the ground layer with the terrain brush connected. I think I see what you're saying. You're saying the like clicking a tile versus clicking the terrain, maybe? Terrain brush connected. No, I don't. Is this just a problem with the auto tile? Like we just don't have one for this configuration? I think it's that. Yeah, like we don't. No, wait, we should have something there though, right? Ah, yeah, something weird is going on here. Because if I delete. Yeah, weird. If I click this, then that corner shows up. And if I click this, then that corner shows up. Okay. So how are we supposed to do this? I think the only thing we need to do is just draw around here and then no, I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I think we need to specify like all of the contiguous dirt area if we want this to look good. Which means we need to check to see if it's terrain. This might be a little bit difficult. Seems like we have to specify a larger square for the terrain to rework the neighbors. I kind of want to try this off in the middle of nowhere. Can we just select everything in here? What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I think this is working maybe, but it's kind of hard to tell. No, it's not. Right click on the grass in the middle if you want the player to dig in the zone, or just paint the dirt in to have a clean area. Right click the grass in the middle. Oh, wait. Oh, this is the path mode. Okay, my bad. I understand what you're saying now. Path mode paints a terrain, then connects it to previous tile painted within the same stroke. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. So wait a sec. Can we have like painted all of this in? Am I even drawing right now? I don't know. I don't understand exactly what's happening here. Like I need to, I can't just paint both of these. I need to paint from left to right. So if I click this, they both disappear. These little nubs here, the green ones. Then I paint over here and the left one appears. And I paint over here and then the right one appears. Yeah, like this looked weird, right? Yeah, and then I paint like this. I don't know how you do this. Also, I probably accidentally deleted this, didn't I? Yeah. I want to revert this. Yeah, weird. I don't know what you're supposed to do for this. I mean, for this particular game, it doesn't matter a lot, but it would be nice to know how you're supposed to do this if you wanted to do it. Like the player might dig here, and then this looks broken. But we could have it fill in this and this to make it look correct. Either make a rectangle with connected brush or just move it. Oh, I see. So you're saying just like connect these things like so, and then everything will look fine? Oh, yeah. Ah, okay. I understand. Hey, Snay. And hey, Franken. Okay, so then yes, I think we should probably just use the terrain brush for this. If we did delete, let's delete this whole thing. So if we did use the grass and just draw in some of it, like maybe this. Now the player should be able to remove any of these things if they want, right? Yes. Okay. I understand. So I need to understand more about the tile map layer path brush. What do you use this for? Maybe I'll take a picture of this. All right, so I do need to modify this then very slightly. Does it make sense for you to have grass in here like that? Maybe it does. I don't know. Let's just draw in like a little bit. Something like that. So now you should be able to dig totally fine. Then I got to add in the watered dirt. Yeah, this looks fine. This is just like if I'd clicked in the editor, so this wouldn't be unusual at all. Okay. Thinner lines, they connect in the direction you drag your mouse. Yeah, so anywhere else we have paths, this will still look a little bit strange, I think. I don't know where else we used it. What am I moving so slowly for? Let's go faster here. Yeah, I don't care about fences necessarily. That part doesn't matter. Yeah, this is more satisfying to see that, though. Anything else over here? No, they're all just the terrain one, right? Yeah, I think we should be good. Okay, cool. So I'm happy with that. Now we need to get watering looking good. And that's going to be a lot harder. I want to delete this thing. There we go. So we can water that tile, but not this tile. Yeah, because it's got to be fully dirt. And we want to make this look like the tilled soil. All right, so let's go look at that again. So what is this file called? Tilled soil and wet soil. So we just have dirt and wet soil. Yeah, I don't think tilled should look any different, right? Let's just skip right to the wet one. Yeah. But I still don't think this is going to work perfectly, and we'll need to find out exactly what to do here. So terrain sets, add element. We'll call this wet soil. Hey, Chronic. Which app am I using for editing the pixel art? That's Affinity, but I'm not really editing it. Like, I'm just opening it to view it. Wait, will this even work? Because this doesn't connect to grass, right? I don't think this is going to work. I don't think we have... Let me close everything else that's open here. Well, let's just open these two things. So this connects dirt to grass. We want to connect watered dirt to grass, but we don't have those graphics. And watered dirt doesn't have texture on it anymore, really. Also, isn't it kind of inverted? I'm not totally sure what to do. Yeah, like I can't make sense of this. We use this textured one here on top with dirt, and it connects to grass. Actually, I guess we only use the left side, right? Because that's the lighter green. I'm afraid this won't work. Yeah, I don't think it will either. I think what we need to do is like copy paste this and just put this blue color on it. How's Skeleton going? It went well, I think. Yeah. I don't really have any plans to continue working on Skeleton. So it's nice to have launched a game. It's doing mostly well, positive. So I think what we can do, because I think these are the same general shapes, I think we just like paste the grass image over this and just cut out this and have it be transparent. I think that would work. Hey, Sophameyer. Awesome to hear. Yeah, it was nice to have launched it. I think there was a lot of stress around launching it. I'd like to try to avoid some of that stress this time around. So we'll see, but we're still pretty far away from doing that. I'm still in the like validation and building out phase. Okay, I think what we can do here is copy like this graphic, take out all the brown, and then just paste it over this. I think it'll all look okay. So we just need to get the correct coordinates for that. What would it be? 192? Yeah, 192. There might be a better way to do this. I don't know. I'm gonna draw from here. Over to here. And our selection should be 192 by 64. All right, so now we copy this out. And then I take all of the brown color. God, I love how these have names. Can I do that? Like just show the names all the time. Infinity show tool names at all times. Tools panel. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think this is a feature. Ask Claude. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this is a feature that's built in. Man, I find myself struggling so much with this stuff. Like, here's the tool I want. I mean, it's not that hard to eventually learn it, but I just don't use this that frequently. Now, what I want to do here is something that I'm not positive how to do, which is replace all of this color with transparency. I wonder if there's like a select color in here somewhere. Gonna make me look this up, Pressel. Thanks for the resub. Let's find out. Thank you for my subscription gift. Oh, were you gifted a sub? It's the automatic Twitch message. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, Ramy. A item. Can you scribble over the atlas you want to use as a replacement for water tiles to have something working? I'll combine them later. Well, what I'm trying to do, I think should work, and I don't think it's that hard, and I just don't know how to use Affinity to do it. Like, I want to select same fill color. Did that work? I don't know what I just did. Maybe it's select same stroke color. I don't know what this even does. All right, let's just look this up. Infinity, select all pixels of a given color. Yeah, here it is. Use flood selection tool, the low tolerance setting. Flood selection. I want to select everything in the whole layer with this. My God, I never know how to use Affinity. 10th tool down. Style picker. Control, click or drag to pick a color. Hold that to pick into document palette. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. Maybe that means I just shouldn't use this. Maybe I should use GIMP. I'm pretty sure it's very simple in GIMP. So yeah, let's go try it out. Because I think we just use the color picker tool and then there is select by color. There. Done. Okay, great. That was easy. That's all I was trying to do. I don't know how to do it in Affinity. So now we paste this back in. And now I want to overlay this graphic. This one, I think. Yeah. Take care, Pretzel. Thanks for the sub. All right, so 192.64 right there. And then we select everything all the way down to the end of the graphic. Whoops. And, oh, what happened here? There we go. Then we just paste it in here. It doesn't fit. Oh, man. Yeah, it doesn't fit. I was hoping it would fit, but that was foolish of me. Hey, Nepal. If you hold down left mouse on the selection tool, there should be a drop down for magic wand. It selects all connected pixels, but they're not connected necessarily. Like in the original image, what we had here is like this blob is separate from this blob, which is separate from this one. And maybe we set a low enough tolerance setting, it would select across that, but it might also get some of the darker colors. Just make the transparent parts the color you want. Yeah, I guess if there's no texture in this, so it should be fine. Yeah, you're right. Let's just do that. Oh, except for that one transparent part that should show up here, right? In fact, actually, if I'm doing this later, let's just use the paint bucket tool, which again, I don't know where that is. I can never find a fill tool. Why does it not look like a paint bucket? This one does. Flood fill tool. Okay, there. So now we just got to select this color and just paste it over here. That's not that color. What's going on? What is going on? I should just stop using this tool completely because I'm just always frustrated by anything I'm trying to do. It's even slightly difficult. Oh my God, I am so confused now. The blue color is selected, right? Why does left click not actually? Okay, there we go. I don't understand a single part of any of this. Does this look like watered soil though now? I guess who cares? Let's just save it anyway. Yeah, so we got to put this somewhere in the original graphic now. We don't need all of this. So I could just put it off to the right over here maybe. I don't like doing this generally. But yeah, we never use the darker grass, so I guess let's just do this. And then we need this to... What? What happened? How did that get put there? It's doing some like weird thing. What is going on? There, now it's fixed. Okay, so align this perfectly. Good. Good. We're doing something. All right, now export this. as, I don't know, temp, new soil. Okay, now I'm going to copy paste this. Hey, Magnus. So it's got to be over tilled and wet soil? No, no, no. It's got to be over tile set grass spring. So this gets deleted. And this gets put like that. Now that would have changed to UID, but whatever. So now finally, wet soil. Let's have this be some bluish color. Now I can go add in the new tiles here. I think so. I forgot how you do this. I apparently didn't put it in here. Auto tile. Yeah, here we go. This stuff should go into tile maps. Yeah. Now let's clean this up. Well, I guess the whole thing, maybe this is just like, maybe just delete this. Cool. Is there a daily note? No, I can paste in what I had written here though. It was this. Is this 500 characters? Whoops. Will this fit in a Twitch message? It won't. Will this? This will. Okay, yeah. Here's what I had written in my tenants. Okay, so we have the graphic. I don't remember how to do this part. So how do you do this? Make a new tile set, edit the tile set, drag your sprite sheet, click new single tile, auto tiles, click new auto tile, drag a contiguous region around your tiles, click bit mask. Okay, yeah, so that's what we got to do. So new auto tile is in tile set, right? Create an alternative tile. Where is that? What? I don't remember where you do this. Yeah, I don't remember where you do this. Huh. Is in tile map? Yeah, weird. Hmm. Okay, well, let's look this up online. Yeah, sec. Cool to watch and the thought process of doing this. Yeah, it's mostly fun to do. Then there are little things like this where it's like, I've done this a long time ago and I haven't done this in a while now. Tile map layer, auto tile. Using tile sets, here we go. Full-time art person. I don't think it's necessarily the art. It's like the amount of polish we need to do. Well, this part in particular, yeah, this is kind of art, but this isn't such a big deal, I think. But yeah, the amount of polish that we need to work on for each game, it's like making games is fun for me. Polishing them is not really fun. All right, so auto create tiles, sure, this is all fine. Creating terrain sets, here it is. So I've done that. Middle column, unfold terrains. Figure terrain peering bits. Wait, what? Where did I? You find this in select? In tile set? So I click like here. Terrain set 0. Terrain 5 or something? I don't know. What is this? Terrain 6. I need to do this for everything? If so, this changed a lot. Terrain set 0, select your new terrain brush and paint the bit mask. Wait, okay, so let's delete this. Let's set this to -1, -1. Tile set, paint, terrains set 0. Okay, I see. Got it. And do we need to paint that too? Yeah. Okay, that is interesting. I should write this down too. You have to select the terrain too. Oh yeah, whoops. Oh wait, that's for the bit mask though, right? So does this look like how I think it looks? Yeah, it does. Oops. Should look like that over here too, right? Yep. Then we do the same thing over here. I don't remember if there's a way to paste this. But I mean, this isn't that hard to do for one of these at least. And I guess I could paste it through, what is it? Like the TSCN file if I wanted to. Good. All right. Yeah, I'm getting a little confused around here. So it's just that one and then that one. Okay, so that should look identical, right? Yes, and yes. And yeah. I think that's everything. Hey, dig it. It's going pretty well. We're trying something here that hopefully works. So now here comes the moment of truth, which is when we get to this. We have water tile somewhere here. Wait, we don't use this from here? What? I put it in this? Okay, that's stupid. Yeah, that's stupid. Okay, let's just change this to current zone environment water tile. And taking the tile position. And then delete the rest of this. So we have shovel tile. This will be water tile. All right, paste this in for now. Go copy this. We don't need a source ID. So if is tile dirt, then set this to the 6th terrain set or 6th terrain. Let's try it. Ooh. Hope it works. Now, even if it works, it might look stupid because it's like very bright blue, I think. It did not work. It might have worked and it's still just finicky with... Ah, yes. Okay. That's the problem. Yeah, so it's not necessarily connected to grass. That's our issue. Pond created. Yeah. Pond created. Yeah, I think this will be a little bit of a challenge. I think the other thing is how we check to see if a tile is dirt is probably not working correctly. How we check if a tile is dirt is probably wrong. And then when filling in the shapes, we need to connect either to grass or to dirt. It's gonna be hard to get the correct tile. Yeah, so that we don't create ponds. All right, so checking to see if a tile is dirt. Let's just delete that for now. figure out this if condition later. 4 frogs. Oh, I took a picture yesterday, not of frogs, but of copy image. Let me show you. I was walking with a friend and we saw little goslings. And I saw this Zelda puzzle in real life with some turtles. Yeah, it was a really nice day yesterday. Is that a Canada goose? I think it might be. Yeah. It's definitely a Korok there. I didn't want to hit the turtles, but I did really want more weapon slots. All right, so this is running. So if we try watering anywhere now, it's going to just modify the tile. And if we do enough of this, well, I guess we need to dig out the grass. But if we do enough of this, we should see a pond forming, right? Yeah. So that part should be easy enough to figure out later. The problem with forming a pond is, oh, what's that in the middle? What is that? And there's another line right down there. I don't understand what caused that to happen. I don't see a problem with the graphic. I don't see a problem with a bit mask. Misplaced the new image. Yeah, it looks like I'm off by a pixel, or that there's some like fading going on here. I don't know what that is. Yeah, there's like a lighter pixel at the bottom. So maybe that's what's causing this to show up here too. All right, well, that's annoying, but that's pretty easily fixable, I guess. I think I messed up the watered soil image so that it's creating these faint lines. I'll take a picture of this. I'll put these here. Pasted with blur. Yeah, so what I need to do is figure out how do we connect to the correct other terrain. I guess we would figure that out. Like there's connecting to dirt and there's connecting to grass. Hey Zerg, hey Strong. And hey Tiger, been a while. Yeah, I was probably working on Skeleteller last. I guess I can just check. I can tell you what I was working on. Oh no, I can't. No. Back then it was Botland. Okay, yeah, you've been following for a very long time. Wow, you're one of the first followers. Welcome back. All right, I think this is a difficult problem though. So this is the tough part. Toughest part. I'm not totally sure what we can do here or which graphics to use. We probably need to we would need to pick the terrain based on the surrounding tiles. But you could have grass on one side and soil on the other. Unwatered soil on the other. Okay, well, I'm going to take a break because an ad's about to start anyway. I don't like people missing this stuff. So yeah, is it jump time? It's jump time. close the game. What height did you reach here? I didn't see. But I know you only joined at the very end. Okay, so I was thinking about this. The multiple terrains thing, we could kind of trick this a little bit. We could maybe just tint the tile. Or we could have another layer, another tile map layer, and render watered soil on top of that, maybe. No, it's gonna look stupid. The shape wouldn't work without knowing the connections. Maybe. Huh. Yeah. I wonder what we should do. Also, did I blur this whole thing? I think I did somehow. I don't know how I did that. But yeah, I like very much messed up this graphic. Yeah. But that's a separate thing. I don't know how we would do this. Auto tile connect multiple terrains. I think we need some connection for this. Different auto tile terrain sets auto tile with each other. Made a plugin which includes support for all Godot 3 auto tiling features. Hmm. Hmm. All right, so what is this? Better terrain 4.2? Wait, they linked the same thing. So there's probably something else called better terrain. It's just not for 4.2. I don't want to start relying on plugins for this stuff though. Replacement for the tile map layer terrain system that allows for simpler, more flexible rules. Covers all features from Godot 3's auto tiles, along with big improvements to the rule system. Hmm. Painting something on the layer. Or something else. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like we'd have to use something like this. And it sounds like this might be annoying to figure out. There are YouTube videos for this. Let me go mute YouTube really fast. Painting something on the layer. And let me take a look at this off screen. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, there are a couple of videos here with some like visual examples and then some code examples, I guess. Trying to scroll through this really fast off screen. Yeah. Yeah. Could use a plugin like this. Is there anything else? Hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how much work I want to do for this. Like all we need is for you to be able to water tiles. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to set this up anyway. We could make it so the entire tile just turns into a blue square. I mean, I don't like that. But is probably better than nothing. Like we just take a snippet of this and then tint it blue. All right, let's put this back to what it used to be and at least see what that feels like. So set tile, watered tile. Put that here. And source ID is what, -1, 0? There. So all this is going to do is anytime you water any tile, it's just going to turn into a blue square, which is going to look very out of place for some of this. It might be good enough for right now, though. Well, we won't be able to see it under the grass, but if we do it here, that's not blue. Is it... Did I use the wrong thing? Now it's just deleting it. All right, so something weird is happening here. Oh, because it's using 9.6 in whatever the first source is, which is probably like a blank tile or something, right? 7.0. 9.6 is that one, which is blank, but it's part of a terrain, so it knows how to connect to other things. So that's probably what's going wrong. So if I were to replace it with something that's not a terrain, I mean, I guess I could just delete the terrains from here. But let's say I replaced it with, I don't know, this one. 535. Get the chords of the tile you want to water and place just that corresponding tile with water, but on a different layer. It would be disconnected and look weird, but I guess it would work. It wouldn't know because you need to know what connects to it from the other layers around it. So like for us to know that we need this shape, we'd have to find this particular tile. So we need to use auto tiling somehow anyway. And then yeah, just get the shape of that path. But it would look different based on what's connecting to it. So I think it'd be really tough. So I think, I mean, the solution I'm trying to do here is not really any good. Yeah, it's gonna put a tile here no matter what. So we just need it to look like it's watered dirt. So I think let's go revert the graphic that I made. I want to revert both of these. Okay, so now we have... Oh wait, no, now I also modified this stuff, right? I want to paint this as no terrain. There we go. Okay, so the source ID is actually not 0, or it shouldn't have been 0. I don't know why. Source ID was supposed to be 1. All right, so we can set this back to 9.6. And then watered tile. I gotta remove that plugin that I have. It's driving me crazy. I already have it turned off. Wait, what? Why can't I search for... Oh, now I can. Okay. All right, so this will just be the blue square. And then we can just put some texture on this. Fixed it to make it even more accurate. There is no prize. No, there is a prize. Yeah. So this will look really stupid. I mean, we should only be watering dirt tiles, but even when we do water dirt tiles, it's still going to look pretty stupid. And it's going to look even weirder inside the house, right? Doesn't even work there. Wow. Terrain is out of bounds. So if there is no terrain, we got to do something here. Oh, man. This is very annoying. And I think this is going to take another like couple hours to fix everything. All right. Well, let's go take a look. So ground layer dot get terrain. Isn't there like a terrain count or something? Oh, we need to get the tile set. Terrain count is greater than 0. Has one parameter for the terrain set. Don't we need to get the number of terrain sets then? Get terrain sets count. Here it is. All right. Oh, there's a prize. Just no competitors. Yeah, I see. I thought the podiums at the end were deleted. Just dig out the whole tile without connecting terrain. But the digging part is now great. I like this a lot. It's just the watering part that doesn't look good. Yeah, and if you have soil like this, it's not as bad. Like I think we can texture it to look more like it's watered soil and not just what it currently is. But yeah, if you do it here, it's gonna look really bad. And it just won't connect. Actually, I wonder if we should treat it like you shoveled it first. Would that have done anything different? No, I wouldn't have done anything different. Okay, never mind. It's didn't sell it. Yeah, the environment mostly looks nice now. But yeah, the digging does not look good yet. And now there's no way to get rid of this, huh? I mean, the only other thing I could think to do is we go install that plugin and then get like proper connections to any tiles. I'm not sure what's best. So problem, watering dirt doesn't look good in the game right now because we need to use multiple terrains. That's not a tile map, yeah. So option 1 is use the plugin that I found that can apparently work around this. We would then rely on this plugin. Option 2, just like add in a blue dirt tile. It won't look like it's connecting to anything properly. There's some other middle ground that we could have here. If you can figure out which auto tile shape the dirt is using, you could pick the right water tile. You just have to manage this. Option 3, like figure out which auto tile the dirt layer is using and add a water tile of the correct shape on top of it. Problem is that you would need to update this anytime you update surrounding tiles. I think the plugin way is probably worth trying. And if it looks good, then yeah, great. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the idea of relying on a plugin. Like updating Godot would be harder. Oh, it's pretty much just that. Updating Godot would be harder. And I guess the build size would increase, although that I don't care too much about. Is there any other solution? Can you tint individual tiles? I don't think you can. I don't think you can. We'd have to like, because that's another way we could potentially do this is just tint the tile darker. Oh, then even the grass would look darker, which might be convincing enough. We could also change how you till soil. Like, yeah, option 4, only allow watering tiles that are surrounded by dirt. It's no goose. Limbo console. Ace Spray Wizard. I am not sure what you mean. I guess the problem is like, where can you plant seeds? And planting seeds is actually currently messed up, right? But yeah, if we only allow planting seeds in certain spots and only allow watering in those spots, it could look okay, I guess. Add-ons. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think option 4 is probably the cheapest. Only allow watering tiles that are surrounded by dirt. That way they don't ever look bad. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, shouldn't you be able to plant a seed like here? Because players aren't going to know to dig out something that is 3 tiles tall just to be able to plant. And then you only be able to plant in the middle here. So yeah, you'd be able to plant here and then water these. I guess we could just give you a farm setup that already kind of looks like it's correct in that sense. Maybe just dig out the grass over here and you can plant there. But yeah, I think that's the best solution that I can come up with. All right. Well, yeah, let's go do that. So in order to make this look good, we need to get like one of these things that tiles pretty well. We should, yeah, I guess that tile is right there. Yes, we need that tile. And then we need to just tint it blue. All right, I think I'm just going to do all this in GIMP. Because otherwise I think I'm going to struggle with this. So open this with GIMP. And then I want to configure grid. This should be 16 by 16. Yeah. And then guides. There should be a show grid thing somewhere, right? I don't know where that is anymore. View show grid. Here it is. Okay, so it is this tile that I want. So let's select that. Actually, before we, well, I guess we could select it, sure. But if we change its hue a little bit, yeah, like that. Looks like it's watered, right? It's pretty light. I guess I want it to be a little bit darker. Yeah, like that's probably good. I don't know. What's the other one look like? It was a pretty dark blue. We can make it a little bit darker. All right, so let's do that. Now we just want to copy in that one image over to the tilled soil. Actually, we could just make a single graphic for this. Yeah, I'll just export that one thing. That didn't work. Did I not copy it? What's going on? It's blue. And there's only one layer. So when I copy it and paste it over here, why is it pasting as brown? What if I make a new image? No, it's still pasting as brown over here too. Yeah. Huh, strange. Yeah, very strange. What am I missing here? What am I missing here? Maybe a survivor? Oh, weird. Is the color dialog still on the screen somewhere? And I just haven't clicked accept yet? I don't see it. Wow, bizarre. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Yeah, strange. I just, yeah, I don't know. What if I copy this? Maybe I'm just not even copying anything. No, I'm definitely copying new stuff. It's just not blue. If I had another layer here, I would totally understand, like, I messed this up somehow. But yeah, I don't see another layer. In fact, if I turn this off, we know that it's in this layer. Wow, I really don't know. Okay, then let's just export this as a ping, which will flatten the whole thing. I want to put this in temp blue. So there's no way that that got messed up, right? No, there is no way. So this is looking good. We just painted the watered soil in a different layer with terrain brush. Does it look weird? Uh, I I do think it looks weird. I mean, part of it is the graphic is just strange. Oh my god. It's like impossible to just get the image. Yeah, the graphic just looks strange. Like it doesn't look like watered soil. But that's not a bad idea. I almost wonder what if we just use this one instead? Maybe we should try that out. I mean, it should be pretty easy to test, right? Terrain set 0, wet soil, paint all of this. Oh, whoops, I accidentally, I didn't mean to do this. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Let's fix that. Okay, good. So terrain's at 0, wet soil. Yeah, let's plug this in. All right, I forgot you just right click this. All right. Well, this is very tedious, but it'll let us know if this looks any better. There we go. Right one needs changes because it doesn't fully cover the dirt pixels. I see. So this is not a winning strategy. I'm still going to try it out just to see how bad it looks. Okay, there we go. So now tile map, terrain, wet soil. We draw on another layer, tile map layer. Sure, whatever, quick load, world, and tile map, terrain, paint. Wait. We want this to look like dirt to begin with, right? Let's do something like this. Honestly, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, that could work, right? Yeah, that could work. You can't unwater the tiles. Okay. Maybe this is not a lost cause. Although this does make things a little bit more complicated. But that's okay. We like complicated, right? Is that what people tell themselves? All right, so water layer. This needs to exist now in every single environment that we have, though. Yeah. So some of this is going to be annoying. But I guess let's go try it. Okay. So water layer. This needs to be in every environment. We need the same tile set to be used everywhere. or else we'll break everything. Changes to other scenes, and we need a water layer to exist. Maybe 9. Normally we don't do things in a complicated way. It's just this is a pretty tough problem to solve, and honestly, this is not the complicated part. I think adding a layer that is considered water, I think this part is actually okay. All right, so let's go over to water tile. And yeah, we're going to do this. But we're going to modify this on the water layer. Which means we need to go fetch the water layer. Water layer. What just happened? I close that? Yeah. Water layer. Why is this fetched like that? That should be named. Yeah. All right, let's try this out. Let's see how convincing is it. I mean, we can change the colors and everything. What happened here? No, not found water layer. Huh. Strange. Is it because it's trying to find it in a different scene? Yes, it is. Okay, that's fine. Let's just ignore that for now. Because I already know that we need to change that. Oh, whoops. Did I save it like that? That's darker blue than I thought. It's also blurry because I forgot to set this to nearest. And it's also filled in because I need to delete everything. Why can't I delete everything? What's going on here? What am I doing wrong? Oh, I just got to do that. What? There. Done. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, so those are just minor mistakes, but it should mostly work now. So yeah, if you take the watering can. Yeah. I think that's good enough. Now it is going to do it for every single tile, regardless of what the tile type is. We need to detect that you're on a dirt terrain, which I'm assuming there's a function to do that. So if we were, oh, then we need to reconnect things, right? No, do we? Can you ever, if I dig here now, that wouldn't change anything over here. You need to water it still. Yeah, I think this is probably fine. Yeah, I think this is probably fine. Oh, whoops, you can, oh, that's not good. You can dig out the water. Okay, that's easy enough to fix. If layer equals water layer, continue. Oh wait, no. We could do this in the other thing. Yeah, I already have this here. What am I doing? Except water layer. There we go. Okay, so now how do we detect that you are on a dirt tile? Is tile dirt needs to change. So is tile dirt. So if there's a terrain set, then we want to check to see if it's not cell Alice cores. Return ground layer dot get terrain get cell tile data. It's probably this. So we want to get it for the tile position. Sure. Tile data, does it have terrain information? It does. Aha. Okay. So return terrain set is 0 and the tile data dot terrain is equal to 0 as well. And that should do it. So now watering should be totally fine. So wherever we had water tile, yeah, this should be fine. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, so let's try this again now. So now if you try watering just a random tile, it won't do anything, right? There's no tile data for this? Okay, well, then let's do that. If return tile data is not null and this stuff. I mean, the other way we could have done this. Yeah, that's fine. Merge into pattern. Sure. Oh, that's super cool. And then what's this? Use conditional access. Okay, that's pretty nice. All right, let's try it out. Yeah, we still got to see that exception every single time until I fix it. So nothing bad happens, but nothing happens at all. When you water this, it should just make the little corner wet. Yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't look great. It's just, it's not bad. Yeah. And maybe we just tweak the blue color used so that it looks a little bit more like it's watered dirt, because right now it doesn't really look that way, does it? Yeah, I think this is passable. And that's all we really need for this. We did like a dark brown instead of blue. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very bad at picking colors for things, but we can probably just go test some of this out. So let's go find out where that graphic even is, because I am very turned around right now. It's here. And we used the whole terrain, right? Yeah. So biggest thing turning me off playing with making a 2D game like this because I suck at art and designing things. I mean, you can hone that skill a little bit still. Like, I'm never going to be great at this, which is why I'm using asset packs and why Quickie Joe has made so much of the skills of their art. As I take the color you have, base 10, and make the brightness or saturation lower. So here's what I'm thinking of doing. I think we need to open this in GIMP and then turn all of this white. Nope, that's not right. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter where I select this. All right, so select all of that. And then, is this all one solid color? Yeah, it is. So we can just paint the whole thing white. In fact, I could do select. I thought there was a way to select by opacity. Yeah, whatever. I can just do this anyway. And then do that thing that I did earlier. What did I do though? I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember how I did that. I was trying to just select by color earlier. Yeah, actually, I want to do that again, don't I? Yeah, select by color. That is not how that works. Huh, I don't recall how to do it. Or, should we find to do colors, hue, saturation? Yeah, what I'm trying to do here is change this to white. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I actually want it to be like, well, I guess white first. And then from here, we change it to slightly blue, which means we need to darken it a little bit. No, what am I doing? What am I doing? It's the other one of these. No, it's not the other one of these. There's a third one somewhere. Color balance? No. I don't realize what I'm doing here. Undo first. Well, okay, so what I was thinking, all right, let me say this. Here's what we'll do. We'll make a new layer out of this. And then I will set this to a lower opacity. And let's just start with this for right now. So now overwrite. And does that change automatically? It does. But it is white for some reason. What? Why is it white? The graphic is now blue. I mean, I don't understand that part of it. Clouds. I'm going to restart this because maybe something went wrong there. No, it's still white. What? What am I missing here? This is obviously blue, is it not? What am I missing here? Does it think it's that way in here too? Tilde. No, it's white in here. I just saved this image though. Do I need to anchor this or merge this down and then export? Does it think it's blue now? It does think it's blue now. Wow, weird. Okay, so is that more convincing? I think it needs to be a little bit more opaque. Maybe. Actually, this doesn't look too bad. Right? That's pretty good. I think. I don't know. What do people think about this? Is it doable and passable? Because that's what we're looking for right now. But yeah, any suggestions? Should this be darker? Should it be browner? Should it be whatever? I don't know. Anything. Because I think this is convincing enough. That way the texture of the soil comes through too. I just want to water the whole farm now. That was quite a ride. Yes, it was. Oh my God. Yeah. All right, hang on. I want to see what this looks like when we get a fully filled in tile in the middle though. Yeah, nice. All right. Yeah. Now, if I were nitpicking here, like these random little pixels off to the side, I'd probably restructure to make them more connected. And that's just a graphic change. Like there's a blue dot right there. That probably shouldn't be there. Could you make it more opaque to see what it looks like? Yes, but it's not the simplest thing to do. Because I would need to... Oh, weird. It changed white now. What? Something's messed up with the undo history here. Where do we even find that again? Oh, God. I'm not going to find this, am I? Here it is. Okay. But I want it to be... I want it to be when we had 2 layers. I can't get to 2 layers again. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is at 70% opacity. So let's try 85%. And then save this. So export. And now in the game it's going to look white. But then through the editor, through the power of image magic, we are going to simply modify the modulate over here and make it bluish. So if I were to just do this off screen so that you can see this here. So we make it like that. That is terrible. Yeah, so here we can adjust the opacity however we want. And we can also adjust the darkness of this. So I don't know. We could change this to however. I kind of like how it looked originally. And now we'll probably never be able to get back to that. Can you plant seeds on that? No, I think that code only works when you plant them in the dirt. But I got to just change that code. But we can plant it here. Yeah, it looks fine. We should be able to plant here too. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Because the seeds just have some slightly transparent shadow to them. So yeah, we got to find this color again. Let me just go pick it from here. Here's the easiest way to do this. Done. Okay, now we paste it over here. And then we look at it in the game. So now I have the correct blue color, and it's just a question of what opacity level should we have. Yeah, I think darker than that, right? Like this maybe. Why is this... Wait, is this transparent? No, it's not transparent. It needs some transparency. We either need it in the graphic or we need it in Godot. But that way you can see the texture underneath this. So yeah, I kind of want to go back to what we had. Maybe we had opacity. And then also, what happens if we change the layer order here? If I put this beneath it, you won't be able to see anything, right? Yeah. It's got to be above it. All right, so I want this set back to 70 and... Or we do the entire thing through the editor. I guess I could just set it to 100. Yeah, let's just do that. Fine. Overwrite. There. So now in the game, it's going to be bright white, right? No, because I changed this. Is it? I can't even tell. Is the texture there? Yes, it is. Just hard to see. Go more brown if you're trying to make it realistic with how soil looks when it's watered. We could shift it more toward like this side of the spectrum. Maybe like brown with a little bit of blue. That's too... I don't know. I can't pick a color here. This is impossible. Yeah, this is kind of gray looking though. Maybe I should just pick the soil color. Let's pick that dark color right there and paste that in. And then make it like this and then darken. Okay, that looks a lot better, I think. Yeah. Yes. This is it. This is what we're using. Maybe go a little darker than this. Here is slightly darker. Maybe somewhere just barely in between, like there. That's pretty good. Okay. I think we're good. I think this took a very long time, but I think we're good. Okay, hey, learn CPP. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now we need to let you plant seeds in anywhere that is dirt. I don't know why that's not working, so let's go find out. Plant seed, and we still have a lot of work to do. So this is, if is tile dirt or watered dirt. This should check if is tile dirt, tile position. Oh yeah, hopefully that works. So that you can plant seeds on the path. Hopefully just everything looks good here. So we're going to switch to seeds and try planting them. Yep. That's good. This is what I would expect. You should not be able to plant them outside of here. You cannot. You shouldn't be able to water outside of here. You cannot. You should be able to water inside the dirt area, though. Yeah, it looks a little bit funky, but it's not bad. Because like the watered dirt doesn't totally connect with the grass. I think it's okay. If we were just making a farming game, I'd want this to be perfect. But this is a game you play for like 5 minutes as part of the overall experience. And like I said, this is definitely passable. Especially when you can just dig up fences and stuff in here, which actually looks kind of nice now that it connects to the dirt. I like that. And remember, you can dig up trees too. You might try using your axe, but you'll just throw it on the ground. Oh my god. Does it collide with... No, it doesn't collide with trees, right? No, it doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta change a bunch of stuff. All right. Yes. This is the world's most fun game. It's so good. Listen to that peaceful music. Oh my goodness. There is a lot to do. Yeah, also this isn't really centered. I wonder if we should move where the seeds are. Doesn't really matter, does it? Are these watered? They aren't. Dig up the house. Well, now it's broken, but yeah, you should be able to dig up the house. Not from the outside. That's not going to work. But from the inside, it should work, and it just doesn't yet. Whoops. Switch back to the air. Yeah. And I got to fix this. So you should be able to dig all of this up. And right now, you can apparently only dig up the walls. Can You should be able to plant seeds there. You can't. And you should be able to water there, and you can't. So we got to do something about that. Oh no. The flowers here don't have the right offset. So we're walking on top of them. We're never getting behind them. Didn't I change this for the other tile set? I did. I wonder if we have Y ordering turned off. We can't though, or else you wouldn't be able to walk in front of him behind trees. Hey, Salt. All right. Welcome in. All right, cool. You're conscious. I forgot about that. I was like, who's talking to me right now? You can dig this up, right? Yeah. Looks a little strange, but that's okay. Yeah, we need Y sorting turned on correctly. Watch one scoop destroy a cliff chunk. Yeah. Excuse me. Over on the side. Let me do this. So, somewhere over here. Yeah, there's like a lot of stuff you can dig up. Oh, is that the clear color? Hang on a second, I got a cough. Hey, Demolite. What is this? Is this a clear color? I think it might be. I think we need to fix that. Is that anywhere else? Oh, it is somewhere else. Oh, maybe it's because of how this is... Okay, I gotta figure that out. Who's gonna be insane enough to dig out the whole map? Well, you can never dig underneath the houses. We don't allow you to delete those. Yeah, so here we have Y sorting working correctly. So we probably just need to fix it for the other one. Thanks, Demolite. Yeah, Dark just made the farm map. I think it looks really good. So make sure Y sorting works on the farm. You can't step behind flowers right now. What else did I say? Oh yeah, there are patches in the town where you can dig and see gray. I'm not sure what's causing those. All right, so we have farm environment after dream. I mean, the water layer is just blank. We should just add that in ourselves, right? Yeah, like if there's no water layer, add it into the map and then position it after ground layer. Oh, but it needs to have the same tile set. But that shouldn't be that hard to do, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think we can add this in dynamically. Although now that I think about it, depending on what you're watering, it might not look good to have it be brown. We could change the modulate dynamically. Yeah, I'm not totally sure what I want to do with this. But I do kind of want to dynamically add this in. So let's go try. Where is the water layer? Here. Okay, so what if we did water layer equals new tile map layer, water layer dot tile set equals ground layer dot tile set, add child water layer, move child. Oh wait, can you add at a particular index? No, that's fine. Move child water layer, get child index, get index. This knows order among its siblings. All right, so we want the ground layers index +1. And then I got to set the modulate correctly, which is going to be whatever this color is. Water layer dot self modulate equals colors dot from HTML. I hope that works. And then delete it from the scene. Yeah, let's try it. It should look exactly the same as how it looks right now. So now if I water this, it breaks immediately. Why? Is this null? Yeah, it's null. How is it null though? Oh, because I do this. I thought I deleted that. Yeah, nice. That's what we had before, right? Whoops. Didn't mean to enter the house. Yeah, I think this looks like what we had before. Ooh. I don't know why I'm playing in such a small window. I kind of want the seeds to be very slightly to the left. By like 1 pixel even. But that's pretty nitpicky. Oh, and then the water layer needs a nearest filter. Right. Water layer dot texture filter equals nearest. All right, so we'll just say add water layer and then put all this stuff in there. Private void add water layer. Cool. And then just fix this. All right. So now every environment will have it by default. So that's done. Now the bit about the house. So everything should work except for the house. And the community center is eventually going to need the same tile set, I guess. It should be easy enough to just add in the house stuff into the tile set. So let's try this out. I'm just going to run everything at 4x speed. So if I go dig things up, everything's fine, right? Yeah. And if I go into, I can't go into town, but I can water and I can plant. Yeah. So if we go into the house, none of this stuff is going to work, but it should. But you can dig up the walls, but you should be able to dig up everything. Y sorting is otherwise broken on the rest of that stuff. You can't plant and you can't water your house, and you should be able to. So if you go into this, now you're in town, you should be able to dig up everything. Oh, this looks a little bit weird now because you're digging up. I think that's fine. Because really, what should happen in that case? We're not going to connect the tiles for everything, right? Yeah, you can dig up everything though, lampposts, trees. Yeah, so you're seeing this gray back here. We got to fix that at some point. Okay, and you should be able to plant. You should be able to water. Yep. Cool. Hey, Fallen Great. Hey, Zoe. Welcome in. Welcome in. Have you guys seen Unknown again? Yeah, that gray I'd like to fix. I'm not totally sure what's causing it. Can you dig the house away too? No, you can't. Town needs a fill layer too. Oh, it's just that? Okay. That's not bad then. The town just needs a fill layer. Oh, thanks, Zoe. Gifted sub. Yeah, it's very nice of you. Okay, so the town or the house needs this. So change the house interior to use the same tile set as the others. That way digging works. It should be fine even if it looks like grass. All right, why sorting that can be separate. There are patches in town where you can see gray. Yeah, so the town needs a fill layer so that you can't see gray beneath the world. This is done. This is done. This is done. This isn't needed anymore. This is finished. This is finished. This is easy to fix. What else do we have? This is fine. Merge the PR. Yeah, I did ask that. Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. Copy paste the fill node from the farm and place it at the top should work. Okay. Gotcha. All right, well, this has been a very fruitful morning so far, and the game is looking a lot better with the farm environment in. I got to take another break, and then I want to finish all this stuff. And then I think we need to start working on the cutscene afterward, which is going to involve some like navigation agent 2D stuff. Anyway, for now, let me take my break. Is it jump time? It's jump time. Hello again. Close the game. Okay, I'm feeling good that we solved some of these problems. So we got to check in what I've done so far, which is hopefully not too crazy. This is done. This is done. It's all looking good. These should have constants made out of them. The terrain set, for example. Where is that? Farm environment? Farm environment. Hey, ready? This is a corn keyboard. It's 36 keys. It uses quite a lot of layers to get things done, but I like it a lot. All right, so terrain set. What is this? Sell something. Where is that? Get sound from tile. Did I? Why is this here? I never finished this? I apparently never finished that. Is tile water dirt? Why do we even do this? What does this matter? Oh, man. Okay, I think this is wrong, but I don't think this matters at all. Yeah, I don't think this matters. I think we just delete this. Delete this entire function. Let me just cut it out and see what happens. Oh, man. Yeah, a bunch of this stuff in here. All right, let's do that afterward. I don't think this function is needed, though. Get rid of this. It shouldn't matter anymore. All right, what else do we have, though? Isn't there some, like, terrain something something? Yeah, this. Terrain set 0, terrain 0, terrain 6. Terrain set 0, terrain 0, terrain 6. Okay, yeah. So we just got to write this stuff down. So private const int terrain set for everything equals 0, and private const int, what is this called? Dirt on grass terrain. And then the other one is water terrain. All right, let's go use that now everywhere. So terrain set is always going to be this. Good. And then this is going to be dirt on grass. And this is going to be water. And there should be one other place where I didn't do this correctly. Right there. This is dirt on grass again. All right, so every single terrain should now have constants. Yep, good. Done. Done. Don't need this. All right, are we looking good? I think we're looking good. Oh, man. What a morning. Let's read through all the code one more time. Looks fine. Yep. This is fine for now. Once we have the house using the same tile set, we can delete this. Is tile dirt can change once we've done this. Also, the furniture should probably be part of the tile map rather than objects added in. The bed must be an object, though, so that you can't dig it up. Can you imagine? You soft lock yourself by digging up your bed. All right, but this is looking fine. What else do we have? Is tile dirt or water? Yeah, that's probably going to change. I don't care about that for right now, though. This is all good. Okay, great. So there's that file. The TSCN file was... What did I do here? I added in a new layer. But why did tile map data change? What did I do there? Oh, right. I changed the path. That's important. I got to write that down. And then why are these changes? They're not. Why was there blue all over that file? Huh, it's just there. Okay, what else? We already have like at least 2 commits. This is water tile. That's fine. That's how this should have been to begin with anyway. So I'm happy with that. This shouldn't be checked in at all. This, I changed the graphic to be white instead of blue so that we could tint it ourselves. And I think we should probably just delete those errant pixels. Let's not worry about that for right now. And what is this? This is the new terrain that I added. Yeah, okay. Wait, why are there 2 of these? Why are there two of these? Oh, is it just because of how the rows are arranged? Yeah. Okay, never mind. I think this is fine. Wet soil is what I called it. Okay. Sure. Looks good. All right, so let's check this in as use terrain brush instead of path brush. This is for inside the farm's fenced or inside the fenced in area so that the player can dig without it looking weird. I shouldn't say it, without the inter-tile connections looking weird. All right, so that's its own commit. Now what else? This is for watering tiles, right? Watering and digging. And this is for watering. This is not supposed to be checked in. This is for watering, and this is for watering. Yeah, so everything else gets checked in as one thing. Allow watering and digging correctly. We now use terrains for this. When it comes to watering tiles, we have a new layer that gets added dynamically so that we don't need to modify each individual environment that renders water. This is because connecting multiple terrains of different types would likely have required this plugin, which I don't want to rely on. Where's the plugin? Did I delete it? Seriously? Where is it? I don't have it open anymore, do I? No. All right, well, this is why Chrome made history. So let's go find it. Better terrain. Okay, great. Commit. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Let's go fix that. Isn't there a commit dialog? No, no, no. How do we get to this? Undo commit. Yeah, whoops. I meant to check in everything except flow control flags. And I checked in everything except for the image. Yeah, there. Commit that. Good. Oh, all right. Get rid of is tile, water, dirt. Yeah. What's going on? Its scope is set to here. I want to delete that. And F4 doesn't do anything. Okay, so is tile, water, dirt, delete. So is tile, dirt, or water, dirt doesn't need to exist anymore. Yeah, this could just be is tile, dirt. Delete that. Is tile, water, dirt probably doesn't need to exist. Okay, looks good. And then there's just red right here. If not is tile, water, dirt, I think we just delete this. All right, let's go try that. That should not result in any different semantics in terms of playing the game. If you try shoveling out already shoveled dirt, it shouldn't do anything. If you try shoveling out a seed, it shouldn't do anything. So let's try all of those things. So shoveling regular dirt, nothing. Shoveling a seed, nothing. Shoveling watered dirt and a watered seed should also do nothing. Yep, I think I'm on the tile. And what about here? Yeah, nice. Okay, so none of that happens, but can we, yeah, we can still shovel regular tiles. All right. Look at us go. Yeah. This is pretty satisfying. Wow. Pretty good. Hey, Belmo. Oh, it's an I, not a. Here, let me type it. Yeah, there you have it. It stands for stuck in a broken tutorial. And is the name of the game that we're making here. Do I have a way to go back to the title screen? I do, yeah. I mean, this is all we have for a title screen right now. Okay, so this all looks fine. Remove unused functions. Discerning whether a tile has been watered isn't necessary anymore. We used to use a distinct tile on the same layer for soil versus watered soil. But now that they're on different layers, we don't need to check if tiles are watered. Yeah, and then I think we can just delete this. And now we just need to reform this entire commit message. Sure love reflowing text. Waste of time. Okay, so that's done. Change the house interior to use the same tile set. Okay, let's go do that. The house interior. So we have a ground layer, wall layer, seed layer. And what do we need? Ground, well, cliff layer doesn't matter, I guess. But it needs to use the same tile set as everything else. And we have tile set house here. So I gotta go add tile set house into the other tile set here. So let's go find house. There it is. Just drag this over to this, right? That's not how that works. Let's try again. I want it to be on bottom. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now how do we do this such that I don't modify how this looks? In this particular case, it's just a rectangle of the same tile, but still, I'd like to figure out how to not break everything. And which tile is this, out of curiosity? That one. Okay, so it wouldn't be that hard to redo if I had to redo it. But there's probably a way. Yeah, there's probably a way to do this. Let's go find out how. So house interior uses the new tile set. And now all we need to do is... Wait, no, not all we need to do. We need to change this. Drat. Yeah, there is no easy way because it's encoded. Well, like I said, in this particular case, it's not that hard to do. We just go find that tile again. And we just draw a rectangle. And I guess the walls are kind of the same way. Yeah, there, save. So how did that change this to some indiscernible nonsense? Yep. It's nonsense. Okay. Well, then the walls are also just a single tile, right? Where is that single tile? You are right there. Okay. So it's this one on the left. So let's change this and then draw that in. Good. And good. Okay, that one's done. And then seed layer can now just use the same tile set, right? World. That's it. So now you should be able to dig in your house. Slapped. Could be funny for Fool's Game. Oh man, I thought of a funny idea yesterday. I was at lunch with a friend and I was like, hey, what genres of game don't you like? And he said Myst, he said fighters, and he said sports games, except for a couple of them. And I thought, you know, it would be really funny. So what I would describe Myst as is a puzzle game with like non-obvious results from your actions. It'd be kind of funny if in order to fight, you needed to solve puzzles. So like, by the way, I know there was a game called Puzzle Fighter. Puzzle Fighter was you solving a fun puzzle in order to do attacks and stuff. But I feel like the attacks were not actually part of the game. They were just some animation. But it'd be funny if in order to do just like a single punch or an attack or some energy blast or something, you need to solve like a differential equation. Now, granted, in Stuck in a Broken Tutorial, we won't have you do that exactly, but it would be a funny idea. We make our own puzzle fighter. All right, so this is running. Let's try digging up our house now. It should turn into grass. Oh, whoops, I messed up. I deleted the door. Whoops. Yeah, I just didn't see the door because it's hidden behind this stuff. There we go. But yeah, that worked correctly. Isn't that basically botland? Well, yes. I was thinking like Street Fighter kind of fighting, not like robots battling. All right, nice. Yeah, I think this is very funny. Also, it's reasonable to think that underneath your house there was dirt and grass. But that means you can dig even this area, right? Yeah. You can't plant here though. Why does planting not work? Why doesn't planting work? Is the seed layer something special? Ah, it is. Okay, whoops. I need to revert this somehow. Oh, but just this. How do we do that? Seed layer. We just do that. But 7C TUS. That's got to exist somewhere over here now, right? Which I probably deleted. 7C TUS. Yeah, here it is. No, I need you back. Where's the button to put this back? Is it at the top of this? Is this entire thing a deleted tile set? No. Oh, this is a mess. Oh, this is a total mess. Oh no. We need XSJ3K. There it is. Okay, so all we need is this stuff. So we just paste this in here and everything's fine, right? Everything's not going to be fine. Yep, it broke. Oh man, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Oh god. All right, we got to delete that. Now we got to go figure out what we're supposed to do with the seed layer. Why does it not use zone tile set? It's literally just strawberry.png. There's nothing else to this. All right, then we can just save this off. Save as assets. I don't know where we're putting this stuff. Resources. Yeah, we should make a folder for this. Tile sets. All right, we'll call this seed layer. Okay, now all of them should use the same seed layer. So this can quick load in seed layer. And the house interior, which should now load. It doesn't. Why doesn't it load? That's not good. I command Z'd a bunch of stuff. Uh-oh. All right, well, I probably irreparably messed this up. Is this using the new stuff? Oh, it is. Oh, it is not irreparable. And did I miss any of these? 1, 2, 3, and then the town. Yeah. Town needs the same seed layer as everything else. Quick load in seed layer. Okay, we should also move the other TRES files into the tile sets folder. All right, let's try running this. So now you should be able to plant seeds in your house. You know, it looks a little weird when it's just a single tile, but hey, it works. Wow, it's fantastic. Now you can't dig up your furniture yet, but I want to allow for that. I still think there should be an achievement or something. Plant seeds in your house. Hard to control at 4 times speed. Nice. Oh, you can... Wait, what? Oh, there's no collision here. Why is there no collision here? Did I break that? What did I mess up? Oh, it's a new tile set, and I never set the collision again. Nothing is easy, is it? Wall layer. So I just need to get it on this tile. Select this. Physics. Done. Ghost. Grow and harvest 100 strawberries without leaving your house. I think a lot of these would be funny for players to go discover. All right, so oh wait, what? You can still walk onto the wall. What? I did use that tile, didn't I? Selected tile is. Oh, did I pick the wrong one? Yes, I did. Oops. Okay, my bad. I didn't realize there are two that look exactly the same. Clear and put it here. Okay, easy mistake to make. All right, the walls are now blocking you, although you can dig them up and then they won't block you anymore. But I thought something else was going on earlier. And if you get to the top, it messes up the sorting here. Got to figure that out eventually too. Actually, I guess, should we let you dig up your furniture? Oh, that serves as a barrier you can't move past. Because I was going to say, if you didn't know any better, you would think this is just part of the farm, right? Build a moat. You can water around your bed. I like the furniture staying. Okay, we can just leave it as is then. It's just a little strange because you can dig up everything else, but you can't dig up your furniture. Oh, whoops, I fell asleep. Okay, didn't mean to do that. All right. Wow, this is a very different game at 4 times speed. Yeehaw. Okay, this is making me dizzy. All right, so this is done, right? Oh, wait, is tile dirt can change once we've done this? Is tile dirt. Done. And wait, what else are we using here? Dirt tile? I think we can delete that now, right? Yeah, we can. And water tile. All right, looking good. Ooh. Yeah, let's check this stuff in. House interior, world, town, all of that stuff. Now let's look at it one more time. Just make sure it's good. Yep. I'm not going to review this file. I'm not going to review this file. This shouldn't be checked in. No, it's not checked. This is checked in. This is fine. This is fine. Cool. Okay, so what do we do here? Allow digging and planting in your house. We are now using the same tile sets everywhere in the farming subgame. Okay, done with that. Move the other T-res files. That's pretty simple. I just got to find them. Here it is. And we should probably make a folder underneath here. Actually, do we already have a resources folder in here? No. All right, tile sets. I want to split this up into like maybe farming. Because we just named something world. World is not going to be apparent to us from the get-go. So there, seed layer, put that in there. Then we'll call this platformer. Put world in there. And then we'll make a new one called architect's realm. And put that one over there. All right, nice. So now if I hit play, everything should just work. Yep, looks good. Let's go into the platformer. Looks good. And let's go into the Fever Dream game. I mean, it's the same tiles. What? Did it jump us up? Huh. I don't know what caused that. Maybe I pressed the button as soon as we loaded in. I think this particular game needs to be a little bit longer. This sub game, I mean. Okay. So this would have changed quite a lot. Now I want to just check in everything. Relocate.tres files. I just wanted them to be better organized. Hey, Sean. Is it you who creates the game sprites? No, it is not me. In this case, they were all asset packs that I got off of itch. So, for example, we have the character here. This was $15. We have the farming pack here. This was apparently $6.50. And yeah, some other asset packs. We will have some custom art for this. It's just not going to be me who's drawing it. Is this new? I don't remember this. Huh. Yeah, I like the graphics. I think they look good. I like that I can just use asset packs for a lot of this game. All right, make sure Y sorting works on the farm. I think we just need to... No, it's already enabled. Uh-oh. Okay, so what's different between this and the town? Because in the town, everything works totally fine, right? How do you close this? There we go. Everything here has no ordering changes. Yeah, so what, does it have it over here? No ordering change. Nope, nope, these do. Y sort enabled is on for this. So in the town, it's on for flowers? It is on for flowers and for bushes. Okay, so then it's just not on for flowers and bushes over here. Where are those? Plants. Yeah, we just need to turn it on. There, that should work. The guy updates it frequently. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's nice to know that. Okay, so now we should be able to walk behind flowers and in front of them and possibly even this. Yeah, nice. Okay, so that's more convincing than it was before. And I'm glad it was as simple as that to do. Oh, this is... Oh, I thought that was a load-bearing flower. Okay, so this one we cannot walk in front of or behind. This we can. Yeah, those are fine. Okay, so the yellow one is bad and the blue one is bad. This one is like kind of fine. So both blue ones maybe. These should be fine because I already did these. Yeah. And then the pink one. Okay, so there are a lot of flowers in just this screen that are not great. Let's just highlight them all. Where's the draw tool? Here it is. Okay, so this one, I think it was both of these. I don't remember. Okay, that was embarrassing. let's actually try selecting these. All right, I think it was those. I mean, we'll test it. It's not like I need to be correct on the first go. Any other ones? No, it's fine. Any of these? No, these are all pretty good. Okay, so let's just get those ones at the top. So let's start with that yellow one. Where are you, yellow flower? There you are. Tile map. Select. Actually, I want it in the tile set. Shouldn't these all just have the exact same value? Like if this is fine, then... Well, that's a taller one. This one's small, though. What is this one set to? Texture origin, Y store origin, -2. So probably just... No, that's also -2. What? Why doesn't it look good, then? Did I even see that yellow flower? It's behind a tree. There's another one to the left of the tree. But there's one hidden behind this, so I should be able to dig out the tree and see it. Yeah, there it is. No, this one does look okay. Why did I circle it then? Yeah, I think that's as good as we're going to get. This one's just totally broken, though. So the blue one, that is here. This. Yeah, -2. Let's just set it to -2 for everything. In fact, wait, no, this isn't set at all. Did I drag it? No, what? So now this should be more convincing? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that already looked like that. This one doesn't look any different, though. Am I picking the wrong flower? What is going on right now? Or maybe this doesn't change on the fly, so I have to click play again? Something's wrong with this. Something's wrong. Oh, it's not on the right layer. Oh, it's on the grass patches layer. Ah. Ah, these 4 flowers made it onto the wrong layer. Okay, well, let's just move them. Select this yellow flower, put it onto plants. Select this blue flower, put it there and there. And select this and put it there. Okay, now delete them all from the ground or grass patches layer. Good, 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 good. Okay, so that should fix everything. Yeah. Yeah, nice. What about this pink one? Pink one is pretty big, so it might not actually have the correct coordinate right now. What is it set to? 8? And what are the other tall ones set to? 8? That's probably fine. Yeah, it's probably fine. Okay, anything else that's weird? No. Okay, cool. Nice. Fix Y sorting on the farm. There were some flowers on the wrong tile map layer. Okay. All right, town needs a fill layer so you can't see gray beneath the world. Town. And dark so I can copy it from the farm. Fill. So just take this and paste it here beneath ground. Why is that not working? Oh, why isn't that working? Copy. Paste. Well, it worked when I did it that way. All right, so now we need to figure out, well, let me just do it like this. We just need this to be the right size. I don't think it is yet. Just developing game? Yeah, it is. Welcome in, Def. So we need the fill to go all the way to the bottom. And it's off by... Actually, no, maybe that's already fine. Let's just paste it there. So now, when you dig up the background, you won't see gray anymore. And hopefully it's apparent. Just go into full screen. That's not full screen. All right, so we want to go to this. And then I want to speed up the entire game. And we want to dig up the ground. And we should never see any like random dark gray. It was around these trees before. Yeah, no, everything looks fine now. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't see any gray. I'm just digging random spots. I mean, it should be impossible because we have the green layer behind it now. Okay. All right. Oh, we can't. Oh, we can water this. It's just not obvious because it's beneath the strawberries. Also, not really aligned in the right way, is it? I think all of these seed graphics are just a little bit weird. Yeah, whatever. You figure something for their bugs in their game, you can do it successfully. What? Figure something for their bugs? Um, by the way, this game is called Stuck in a Broken Tutorial. You're supposed to be in many broken games. So like the idea that you can go into your house and dig out the floorboards is intentional. There's going to be a lot of stuff like this where a player who didn't know anything about a game would be like, all right, that's got to be a bug, right? But like, we want this to happen. All right, anyway. So that is looking good. Add fill layer to town. This way, so this prevents you from being able to see the gray background when you dig certain tiles. Yeah. If it breaks, anything bugs, how if you can fix that works? I do not know what you're asking. But if you're saying like if there are intentional bugs, how do you know that you're keeping those bugs in? It's essentially the same way that you keep bugs out of code that you don't want bugs in by verifying the functionality of your code. So you'd either write tests or you just manually test things. All right, so one of the issues that we have here is that the farming player's feet cover larger than their actual sprite. So this should be as simple as just doing this. Maybe even one more pixel like that. Let's try that. Now, this might not be perfect, but it should be better. So now let's say you're stuck on this fence. If you try digging, you go up. So you shouldn't be able to get stuck on the side of it. You can still. Wait a second, though. Why? I wonder where this collision shape ends. I want to turn off this. No, wait, not that. Oh, what's that doing there? The thrown axe shouldn't even be there anymore. All right, that's going to be annoying. Let's just turn that off. Kaz, I don't know still what you're asking about for your old questions, but please do try to keep in mind there is a no segmenting rule in this chat. All right, so it looks like, yeah, it looks like when you're going to the right, it's the fence that has a large collision shape. So we need to change the fence so that it's not colliding all the way over there. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, let's just go change the fence. So this is in any one of these tile sets. And we got to go find the fence. Oh, we probably don't use this anymore at all, right? We can probably delete this. No, we use that. Where are the fences? Fence. Here it is. All right, this should be pretty simple to do. We just select any one of these and then just drag these things in. Can you shift click to, no. I want this to be a perfect rectangle. And right now it's got these angled sides. And I don't know how you do this in a better way. Can I, whoops. Yeah, how would you do this? What does this button do? Center view. Oh, interesting. I didn't know you could pan this around. You can zoom in too. Wow. Yeah, I probably need to modify this in the TSCN file itself. All right, well, whatever. Let's just drag these in until they look decent. It doesn't need to be great. As long as there's no like major issue with how your character looks. Oh, this is annoying. Definitely annoying to do. Yeah. Also interesting, isn't this exactly the same as the shape 2 tiles to the left of it? Okay, looks good. Good, good, good. This is just a standalone fence post. Probably want to drag this up a little bit. All right, like I said, we're just going to get this to be good enough. Because I don't think anyone's going to pay super close attention to how you're colliding with a fence. As long as it looks convincing. And yeah, I think we're pretty good. Oh, no, not that one. All right, so that should be everything, right? Yes, except for these gates. We could pull this in a little bit. And I guess over here too. Okay, let's try that out. Hey, Busheris, that's a collision area? Yeah. Yep. So the problem is that before this, it looked like you were getting stuck sooner than when you were actually touching the fence. So now you can see the blue areas where you're colliding with the fence. And it's a little bit hard to separate that from the sprite, but it should generally look like now you can get closer to the fences. The reason why I wanted to do this is because let's say you're moving up here and you use the shovel. You could make it so that, yeah, like here, you're not digging the tile directly above you that's stopping you. So what we need to do is probably pull this in another pixel, and then I think everything will look pretty good. And that way you don't get stuck in those cases. And maybe even lower this down a little bit. So there, that's your collision shape now. So now hopefully when you're going upward like this and you press shovel, yeah, it digs that up. What about going downward? I got to get stuck on the edge, but like just barely. And it's really hard to line that up. Yeah, nice. Okay, now what about going right? Right probably won't work because... Yeah, no. So yeah, this is a little unfortunate. I mean, you could just move up and go around it. But yeah, whenever you're stuck on something, ideally you're able to dig up to something. We could make this go up by 1 pixel. Hey, Zephyrus. How about a circle or capsule? I don't think it's the shape that's the problem. I think it's just the specific pixels. And in a lot of games, it's actually a good idea for you to make a smaller collision box than you can actually see. That way the player doesn't feel like they're constrained by something. I guess this is a problem, right? Yeah, this is a problem. Although, no. This looks like you're going to walk into the fence. What am I talking about? This is fine. Yeah, that's good. And if this were not perfect, I still think it'd be okay. I think players would just be like, oh, I'm on the fence. I'll just move up a little bit. We could also use move and slide, I'm pretty sure, and fix this behavior in a better way. Move and... Oh, no, we have move and slide. It's not actually sliding around this, though. Huh. I guess that's where a circle actually would make a difference. Yeah, let's try changing it then. Because now I think it'll move around those obstacles. I thought we were using move and collide. So now if I walk just to the left here, you'll see this circle will collide with this, but it should try moving around it. No, maybe I need to move down a little bit. Yeah, there. So it nudged me downward. So yeah, as long as I collide on a circular part, and it's kind of hard to do that, but like, no, wait. Right here. So yeah, the circle collides. And here it just moves us a little bit around. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, so that's kind of nice. Maybe we keep that behavior in. It just doesn't work perfectly. I think it's because the radius of the circle is so small. But it's nice that it bounces you around at least some of this stuff, so you don't need to be pixel perfect. But like here, I would expect it to let you move left, and it doesn't. Well, whatever. That's decent. Let's turn off the collision shapes now and just see how it feels. Which, unfortunately, you as viewers cannot really do. But I can tell you how it feels. Yeah, so like this is unfortunate. I had to move down a little bit. We could also round the fences. That would make it easier too. Feels great to me. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Just turn on sound for this. I mean, if we're looking at feel, sound factors into that. Farm looks great now, Aliens. Yeah, Dark worked on it. And I've been working on now making it so that you can dig things up in like proper terrains. So yeah, you can carve out these paths if you wanted to. You can still plant anywhere. put water on them. You need water weeds. You can only water where there's dirt. So you actually probably could water this, but it wouldn't do anything. Oh, no, you can. Oh, yeah, you can, yeah. Yeah, but it won't do anything. There's no growing in the game. When you come back to this game after this, you go outside and everything is just grown for you. And it's not like you needed to plant all these strawberries. Wait, did I harvest 6 at a time? I thought that was impossible. Oh my god. Giant strawberries, yeah. Concept reminded me of the game Agree. Is that the one where you have to get through some consent dialogue and it's like a funny game? Because I think I've seen that. Also, hey, Miko. God, a lot of time is going into this particular sub-game. There's a lot of silly stuff going on, and I like the silliness. I love digging up trees. Oh, you can just walk out of there. Whoa, what, the axe is over here? What? Oh, no, I threw an axe. Oh. I was like, that shouldn't have been there. But yeah. For those who don't know, you're not supposed to be able to throw an infinite number of axes. But I was testing something, and I never deleted the test code. You dig up the town? Yeah, you can dig up the town. You don't want this lamppost here? Say goodbye to it. You don't want this tree here? See ya. Flowers? Not in my town. You can't take up the houses, though. It's realistic. It's realistic in a lot of video games. Naturally, your character wouldn't run out of axes to throw. Oh my god. So creepy. What a chaotic character. By nature. All right, so we set up a circle shape here, and for a couple reasons. And in the world, yeah, so improve collision in farming subgame. The player now has a circular collision shape to help move and slide. And the fences have smaller collision shapes to prevent getting stuck on them, to decrease the odds of getting stuck on them. Yeah, looks good. Need to have a stats page. So we were talking about this on, I think, Friday, that I think there should be collectibles in each of the games. And in the farming game, I think the collectibles should be in your house by digging up tiles. So when you dig up a tile, you see like diamonds pop out or something. And after you dig up like 3 or 4 tiles, you max out on how many diamonds you get. And like, that's it. That's a collectible in this game. And then there's some like townsperson that hints at how you do this. So like, oh, have you tried using this? Now, if you were in this game and let's skip this dialogue in a sec. There we go. Skip and set back to normal. Yeah. So the normal way to play this game is you try going to your bed and it would say, you're not ready for me, human. Try using your shovel and planting seeds. Maybe that will tire you out. So this dialogue is how you can decrease your energy, but your bed is telling you this in your house. So I'm hoping that someone reads that and they're like, oh, okay, let me use my shovel. And they're like, wait, that's not supposed to happen. But it is supposed to happen. Yeah. So I hope people get a kick out of this. But I don't know who's going to actually discover that, because the only two playtesters so far, my wife and another friend, they both played, they read this, and they just walked outside the house and then used their shovel. So yeah, I don't know how many people are going to literally follow the instructions and just try it right there. That's the Stardew influence of, oh, going outside. Like players already have that as their expectation, so they don't try it in the house. Yeah. All right, but then once you are tired, now you can go to sleep. Okay. So what is left? Just to merge the PR at this point. All right, so let's go push this. Get push dark. Whoops. And then go over to the PR. We should see all my commits there. Yep. All right, so this looks great. The bulk of my commits came from having tools in the game, having the shovel and watering can apply terrains rather than individual tiles. I think the game feels a lot better with the combination of all of these changes. Yeah. Hooey, done with that. Let's switch back to main. I gotta write notes on this stuff. Yeah, I gotta write notes on this stuff. I should probably just read through this whole thing, right? One tile map with many layers. This is bad. They got rid of tile map anyway, right? Oh, I'm just gonna delete this. Tile map layer. Is this still how you do this stuff? I just want to make sure this whole note is up to date now. Where is a tile map layer? Tile set is what has the tile size. Does not customize the grid itself. As you see, the tiles don't align to the grid. To configure that, you first have to select a tile. I don't know about this. Just got back. Need help? No, I think everything's good. I'm just writing some notes. That's all. Make a new tile set. Edit the tile set. You'll see the bottom panel change. Drag sprite sheet into the left side of the bottom panel. Click new single tile. And the magnet to snap to the grid. This isn't even a thing anymore. I'm going to delete a lot of this. Yeah, let me just delete this whole file. How do you do this easily? I think you right click this. Yeah, delete image. In fact, actually, I should probably just delete all of this stuff. Okay, auto tiles. Click new auto tile. This is not a thing anymore. Terrains. I kind of want to just link to a thing on how to do this. Godot terrains using tile sets. They mentioned painting this. Well, they don't mention the paint tool. See this page for detailed help. Three by three. Is it even a thing anymore? Like, I don't know what even exists and what doesn't. Yeah, where does this come from anymore? Hey, Code Monkey. Bit mask. Auto tile bit mask. Is that in here still? No. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't really care. So let's just delete this stuff. Delete, delete. If you need to expand your input graphic. Okay, so delete this stuff, I guess. All right. This is ridiculous, but sure. Custom data layers. Okay, the rest of this is fine. Yeah, I'm glad we improved this note. Is there anything that's still needed in this? Yeah. It's almost lunchtime too. I gotta get going soon. So merge the PR. We're done with that. Done with this. Write notes. We still have to do. Okay, so terrains. Or this, you get the terrain via Godot, tile map, terrain sets. The order of them there dictates the IDs. There are 2 integers provided. Terrain set. So get this by hovering over. Yeah, just take it from here. What is going on here and there? This is ID 0. Cool. So that's terrain set. And then terrain get via this. The order then there dictates the ID. If all you has a name. If you want to use the name from code, I think you'd have to read each one and then call get terrain name. Get terrain name. And compare against the name that you're looking for. Okay, great. And then the path versus terrain. So that's once you are in this, yeah. Okay. Arguments is this. And I'll write that as parameters. Difference between the two. It's the same as the difference between the terrain and path brushes. I'll just take a picture of this. Actually, I already have the picture. And I wrote a shortcut on how to get this on the clipboard, right? Did it work? Nice. Yeah, nice. All right, pretty good. So now we unshelve my changes. So I guess delete this. And then unshelve this. And, oh, there's a merge conflict. Oh, God. What is this a path to? Thrown axe? What changed here? What did change? The local version that I already had has the thrown axe, but the patch version doesn't and is trying to delete it. I want that to be, whoops. That's not what I meant to do. X, I guess. Then the rectangle shape is a circle. We want it to be a circle. Then what else? The timings, oh God. This is for throwing, right? Is this for throwing? Where is this? Throw item, yeah. I think we trust the patch version for all this stuff. And we should see a lot of these changes, right? Yeah, I'm just going to click this on all of them. I hope I don't regret this. And then down here, what changed with this? Visible false. I actually don't care about that. This shouldn't even stay in here. So I guess just take whatever we had. But held item node is gone. That's not good. I just want to delete the visible false part. And then what's this collision shape? I don't know. Its parent is just dot. Oh, this is the player's collision shape. Okay, that should be fine. I think we're done with that now. One change. Where's the change? What? Where is it? There's one change left unprocessed. It says no conflicts. Oh, here it is. Oh, the down arrow wasn't enabled, the up arrow was. It doesn't wrap around, I guess. Why you start with holding the axe up? I assume that was intentional. That was just for testing. Yeah, I haven't changed that. It was intentional for the testing. And then over the weekend when you said, "Hey, did you push your changes?" I was like, "Nope," and I didn't look at anything and I just pushed them. So, yeah, sorry about that. All right, so held item node got shifted here. This actually should not have stayed shifted. Thrown axe has a unique name and owner. Okay, so we got to move this, and then we got to delete this thing. I hope this still works. I probably messed this up. Let's see if we can update. If we can edit farming player, everything is probably fine. Yeah. Does it work? Because I don't remember what changes we made. I know we done something. I don't remember where we left off. So you should be able to throw your axe now. I should throw it in an arc if I recall correctly. Nice. Ditching that heavy axe is giving you the ability to run. Except for it doesn't actually. And you'll never pick up your axe again. All right, so does it work in all these cases? If we just click play normally? No, not play normally, free play. Oh. Why is it so funny to me? It definitely looks better though when you try using it in a certain direction. So I think what we should do, this is where very subtle game design comes in. If the animation looks best when you're facing left or right, we should put the first tree probably like right here or something so that you move right into it and then try using your axe. And then throw it over the tree. Actually, how does that look? Oh, what's that tree doing there? That tree shouldn't be there. I only just noticed that now. Oh, there's another one of those. Wait, those shouldn't be there at all, right? I see 2 of them. Are there any others? No, just those 2. What about... I think I deleted them. I should be in the merged version of this, so... I think they're still there. Yeah, I think we should just... I'll just get rid of them. That's in Farm Before Dream. Trees, delete. Why can't I delete this? What is going on? What is going on here? There we go. And then that one. And then town has one next to the entrance. Trees. Where? Oh, your place. Okay, yeah. All right, and then what about after the dream? Is there anything there? No. Okay, yeah, I'll just save that. I think that's better. Oh, where is that? Farm environment, farm before dream. Here it is. Hopefully that's the only change I made. Remove super retro world tree. Trees. There were 2 trees that looked out of place. Oh, wait, so wait, what was I going to do, though? There was something I was looking at before that. What was it? I don't remember. I don't know why that's so funny to me, though. Oh my God. All right. This is always going to be outside our house. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I could have gone to the title screen. Whoops. Forgot I put that in. Requires resource changes so it would conflict. Yeah. No, I think this all worked out pretty great. And I would love to get some of the cutscene done this afternoon. All right. So yeah, I don't miss those trees. I don't think we need to replace them with something else. I think, oh, I was going to, that's right. I was going to go over to the axe or the tree and try using the axe and see what a player would experience if they did this. And yeah, it wouldn't be very obvious that they threw it because you're throwing it like through the tree. I don't think we can do very much about that. It looks especially funny when you throw it over the fence. Oh, you could also just throw it into your house. And you should be able to see it behind the house now, right? If we walk all the way around. There it is, yeah. And then we don't need to walk around because that's why we have the shovel. This magical shovel. This is great. This is just so great. Yeah, I really look forward to the playtesting sessions this week. I mentioned this already, but I scheduled 2 of them. And I want to schedule a 3rd one. So that will have made 5 playtest sessions of this like basic version. I can't say it was exactly this because I think that having the farm look the way it does now looks a lot better. So like the first 2 playtesters did not see the farm in this state. And the cutscene wasn't totally done for the sidekick. Oh, I did correct the collider on the fence. So now you can move very close to it. Yeah. So yeah, this is looking good. And I made it so the move and slide works. So if you're aligned like 1 pixel off, like if I try moving up here, it just moves around it for me. If I try moving down here, well, no, I can't get that to work. But yeah, there's a circle collider now. So hopefully it moves it around it for you in some cases. Yeah. Yeah, looking pretty good. Okay, so add running. And then prune dialogue to its most succinct essence. And then work on the cutscene. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is going well. So if we just take a look at the game from the beginning. Oh, and then address the to-do items. We got to do that too. Where's that? Ah, here it is. Yeah. Okay. So we look at the game from the beginning. Let's go start this. So how do we even do this? I guess we change flow control flags. Start on the title screen and play normally. Yeah. Just want to see what it is in context to get to that farm section now. Hey, reformulate. You shouldn't be holding an axe for this, but that's due to the stuff I was working on. So if you follow him, he should be walking very slowly. Yeah. And he'll eventually walk through these trees, actually, if I speed this up. He should get faster, although it's very slightly faster as he's moving. Imperceptibly so. Yeah, okay. I think we're leaving it like this. I think that's fine. Because I think it'd be funny if you came over here eventually and you tried leaving town and you're like, what is that in the trees? Okay, yeah. You think the whole farm part took too long? Was this what you expected time-wise for that one game, or should we move quicker? So, okay, in terms of gameplay, I think there were some difficulties with the farm. Let me pause this for a sec. So farm problems. One is, and this is, I think the biggest problem is this. Let me turn off syntax highlight. Farming games aren't meant to be played in just 5 minutes. But like a platformer could be played in that amount of time. So like as a result, the fun of the farming sub game doesn't come from gameplay. And where I think the real challenge is, if you don't know what this game is about ahead of time and you start in a platform and you're like, okay, that was cool, but like what's going on? And then you get to the Architect's Realm and he banishes you to a different game and you're like, okay, now I'm in a farming game. At this point, you're still expecting somewhat of a traditional gameplay experience. And when that doesn't happen, I think it throws you off and makes you wonder what's going on. Are you adding a Souls game? I would potentially add something that's like a Souls game, but just not very difficult to this. So anyway, I think that was the biggest problem. I think the probably like second biggest problem is, yeah, that the time it took to get all of this working. And if you think about it, the platformer is like jumping, movement, tons of animations. That's pretty much it though. The farming game was like lots of mechanics, for basically no purpose. Like this throwing the axe, planting, watering, digging. I guess there's the sickle as well. There's harvesting the strawberries. There's the hot bar to select items. There's talking to people. There are, I think, 3 cutscenes. So yeah, there's just a lot going on in this. So it's hard to say, like, could we have done this faster or better or differently? I like where it's ending up, and this is why I want to do more playtesting, because like I think people will probably go over here and, you know, dig some of this up and plant some strawberries and maybe they'll water and. But yeah, I really am hoping that they eventually are like, okay, let me try using my axe, and they just throw it, and they're like, what? And they realize some of the just kind of inherent comedy value of the ridiculousness of this game. And like your bed talking to you. Wait, does this have? Yeah, we gotta fix this for sure. Guess you can plant over those small grass blades too. Yeah, that's okay though. I don't mind that. And you can dig them up if you want. And the farming music took a long time. It's not totally finished yet. This changed a lot. Yeah, it has. Hey, Frag. How would you approach this? Let's say you wanted to load maps from an external file format, JSON binary. How would you structure or address the tile data and collision information internally? Would you keep collision embedded per tile? So, to be honest, what I would use is the tiled map editor for that, and then not figure out any of it myself. Like, this is a free tool. I'm pretty sure it's open source. It combines already with a bunch of game engines. Yeah, widely supported. Is Godot on there? Yeah, Godot's on there. So I would use that. And then barring that, if you're like, well, I want to make this myself, I'd look at what they do, and I'd think that that's pretty sensible. So I'd look at how they do it. And then barring that, if you want to make this completely from scratch, I'd think of what are my needs, I'd list out my requirements, and then I'd try to plan out like what's the best way to do this. So tiles should probably be stored with data somewhere and then get reused. So they're just referenced by index or something. I think that's pretty sensible. And yeah, the collision data should be there, but then maybe there's a way to overwrite it somehow or add shapes in on top of it. So yeah, that's how I would look at this. And yeah, the farm map changed a lot. It's amazing what some world design does. And yeah, Dark worked on all of that. I think it looks good. So now of the places we have finished in this game, the farm is looking done. You can walk into town. Oh wait, you have to go to sleep first. All right, let's go do that. Okay, now set this back to 1. Now we go to sleep. Yeah, sure thing, Frag. And good luck. Alright, so now you're in this fever dream game where you're throwing all your farm tools out. I do think we probably need to change this world a little bit. Alright, let's speed this up a bit. Let's speed this up a little bit. Love having time cheats in here. Now you're back in the farming game. Tutorial man accosts you. Haven't seen you in ages. He comments on how much you like strawberries. Says you should go to the town. So if you try just going to the town immediately, it stops you. Before you go to town, use your sickle to harvest a few strawberries. Yoink. Oh, if it's going to say a few and then stop you if you only have 2, then it should probably tell you harvest at least 3 or something like that. Yeah, we need a special dialogue for when you don't have enough. Need a dialogue in the farming game to specify that you need exactly 3 strawberries. The first dialogue says a few, so we should probably special case it for when you try to move to town with less than 3, fewer than 3. Can you dig here? No, this is This is busted. This is supposed to be the community center, but we didn't actually make that yet. Yeah, so here's where running is really important, and if you still have your axe, you won't be able to run. I'm not sure what we should do about that. Because I don't want players to have to move at a really, really slow speed. And then we have the dialogue with the sidekick, but this is all messed up. I gotta finish this stuff. Yeah, use attack play. Sound effects make it sound like Zelda. I think they're pretty fitting. So silly. Yeah, the clicking and stuff, yeah. Oh man. Okay, well, we got our work cut out for us this afternoon. I am going to try to at least get through these two things. Maybe we save the cutscene for tomorrow and the next day. I really, really want to get it done by the end of Wednesday, though. I don't think it should be that bad. Yeah, I don't think it should be that bad. Make sure digging up trees changes the nav mesh. Oh man, okay. Yeah, well, that's it for now. I'm gonna go take my lunch break. It's about noon. I should be back by about 1 p.m. So about an hour. And I plan to stream for 2 or 3 hours. I'm not gonna try to stick rigidly to the schedule that I had originally. Like, if I manage 6 hours a day, then great. If not, whatever. I think it's been a very productive day already. I'm happy with what we did on Friday. So I think things are moving along nicely. I've got playtest scheduled for Thursday and Friday of this week. Probably going to schedule another one on Saturday. So it's all about how much can we get done before the end of Thursday. And then if everyone's like, okay, yep, this is looking pretty good, then awesome. Yeah, we'll start working on some new sub games in about a month because we have a lot of stabilization. But as mentioned, it is lunchtime. So thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed, and I will catch you in a bit.